D.3 Basic JSP Elements. All right. First, let's look at the several types of JSP elements. Yeah. There are many. Yeah. After this part, later we will learn a few more JSP elements. Yeah. First, let's just learn the basic JSP elements. The first type we learn, scriptlet. So we already learned this scriptlet in our first JSP example. We already used that. We use this special tag. All right, so %. Within this pair of tag, we can embed Java code. All right, here contains Java code with certain scope. Here because this time still a little early to talk about this scope concept. This is a big concept. Later, so we will have, more time. Next module. This module, this is already the last video of module 2. Next time we will start module 3. In our module 3, we will have more discussion, including this concept, scope concept. All right. Second element type, directive. I mentioned a little bit in Duke example. Remember the first 2 lines, we saw that. JSP directive. When you look at the special tags like this, here you can see the only difference with the scriptlet, this @ sign, only difference, @ When you use this, you're not using scriptlet tags, you are using directive tags. Try to separate. So the purpose for this element gives special instructions to the container. The container needs to do a lot of things, something very special. So you have chance using JSP directive to tell the container, oh, you need to do these things. All right, so we will see those special cases later. At translation time, it occurs. So that's when is the time the JSP directive information is translated into the servlet file. We know every JSP must be translated in a servlet. And this happens here, this line, this property, it happens at the translation time, not compilation time, compile time, right? Compile. So translation time versus compile time. Okay, versus another possibility, right? Versus runtime. Okay, so for JSP, when we learn, we try to understand. So what are those things happen at the translation time? What are those things happen at the compile time? What are those things happen at the runtime? Okay, so here the directive information interpreted, translated at the translation time. All right. Next element, expression. we also saw this in our Duke example. So you can see Duke, that small example, it covers a lot of concepts. Expression, we also use that, okay, in that example. Yeah, I emphasize that equal sign. So remember, so here you can see all these elements they have the common part. Less than, percent, greater than, signs. Other than that, then use another extra symbol to mean different things. The first one, nothing. Second, at sign. Third, equal sign. Later we will have other cases. We need to add them, to our stack. Yeah. All right. How to use it? Usage. Output a value. So here, output a value. Yeah. Typically, string value. If it is not a string value, it is still okay, but it can be converted to string value. Okay? Yeah. Converted to string value. For example, integer, you can convert it to string value, right? Java will do the conversion. Yeah. Double or other data types, they can be converted to string value. So output a value without using println. Yeah. Because inside the scriptlet, you can use println inside scriptlet to output a value, right? Yeah. Here, this way, just a simplified way. Shortcut, yeah. Shorthand, yeah. Shortcut way, faster way, easier way to do it. Okay, yeah. All right. But there is some restriction. Okay, the restriction, you are expected to output a string value or a value that can be converted to a string. Yeah, the restriction. Yeah. All right. Properties of Jsp expressions. Here, we still use our Duke example. Yeah. In our Duke example, we output name of the username. Yeah. Output the name of the user in response.jsp. Yeah. How do we output it? Right? Using Jsp expression. Okay? Yeah. This is the line. Yeah. Using this tag, then inside the tag pair, yeah, we use request dot get parameter parenthesis double quotes username. So this whole thing, Jsp expression. Yeah. Now let's learn the properties. First property. No semicolon at the end of the expression. Hey, look at here. Do not insert semicolon. Okay? Do not do it. Yeah. If you do it, it is wrong. Okay? Yeah. But usually we like to put a semicolon at the end of a Java statement, right? Yeah. But here it is not a Java statement. Okay? It is not a complete Java statement. Okay? Yeah. In the scriptlet, we know in the scriptlet, we need to write a complete Java statement. Okay? Statement by statement, the full statement. Otherwise, you get compile error. Yeah. But here, Jsp expression, it is designed part of the statement, only part of it, not a complete Java statement. Yeah. So the purpose, try to simplify the way that we usually use in Java scriptlets. Yeah. All right. A string value generated, or a value that can be converted to a string value. Yeah, I mentioned before. Yeah. Yeah, but here we need to have a little more discussion on this conversion type, conversion way. Yeah. Yeah. In HTML, we assume all the values from the fields are the string values. Yeah. So all the parameters we send from HTML or JSP to the server, or in all the parameters in string values. Yeah. So that's the default case, okay? In string values when we send. Default case, even the integer, other data type, float, double, or other cases, all converted to strings. So you send it to the server. After the server read those parameters out, you get a string values first. But you may like to use it as an integer, as a double, as other data types. You need to do the conversion explicitly. You need to do the conversions explicitly, manually, explicitly. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So that's the string values. Yeah. Okay? All right. Yeah. So that's the reason when we output a value to HTML, we also like to have the string value. For other data types, suitable data conversions needed. Java will do it, so we don't worry. We don't worry. Yeah. But here, I like to point out one special case. One special case. Yeah. All right. So first, we expect to use a string expression here. String expression. So some variable you expect to generate string value, string expression, yeah. Or other data type expression, but could be converted to string values easily. All right, but here I like to point out another special case, object case. Java object case. From the syntax point of view, syntax, can you put a Java object here? Java object. Yep. Non-string Java object. Here, I'm talking about a non-string Java object. If you put a non-string Java object here after the equal sign, right? In a Jsp expression, do we get an error? So that question, the answer is no. It is legal. If we put a Java object there, it is still legal. Why? We know every Java object has a toString method. toString method. It's standard. No exception. toString method, any Java object. So when you put a Java object here, its toString method will be called. toString method will be called. toString method will generate some string, okay? Whatever it is. There is something generated, toString method. Although you can override it to generate some meaningful information, but it has the default version of toString. So it is legal to put any Java object in a Jsp expression. Yeah. So that's something special here. Yeah. All right. So let's move to the next topic. How to use Jsp directives. Yeah. Only 3 different ways to use Jsp directives. Yeah. So we know we want to pass certain information to the container, but what kind of informations? Yeah. Here, we can see three types of directives. First type, page type. Yeah, we saw this in first two lines of the Duke example index.jsp. Yeah. So you will see text like this. Okay, yeah. Other than the directive symbol, but you need to specify page type. Okay, yeah. So using this type, you specify how the JSP is translated, rendered, and transmitted back to the client. So you tell the container, do something special. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Several special things using this JSP directive type. Yeah. All right. Second type, also very important. Yeah, very useful. Include type. We also use it in the Duke example, index.jsp. Include response.jsp. Include. So, include another file. Include another JSP file. Okay, see? Yeah. The syntax like this. Yeah. Yeah. Specify include type. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And in this way, yeah, it is interpreted, translated at the JSP translation time, or it is processed. Yeah, let's say processed. Yeah, because it's different from interpretation. Yeah, programming language interpretation, scripting language interpretation. Here it is different from that. So here we call translation, yeah, different from interpretation, yeah. All right. In the Duke example, we have this line: include file attribute. We specify our JSP file to be included. Okay? Response.jsp. So then the content of that JSP file included. Oh, yeah, why? Oh, what's wrong? Yeah. Included. Yeah. All right. Included like in this way. Okay. Yeah. So that's the second type. Third type, tag lib. So we didn't use tag lib. Library. So from this name, you see, we want to include some tag library. Tag. So JSP supports tag libraries. Libraries, Java libraries, classes develop, adding new features to a JSP through tags. Later we will learn that topic. That is a big topic. Tag library topic. It is a big topic. So later we will spend a lot of time to learn that. Here we just get a view of it. If we want to include certain tag libraries, we use this JSP directive, type number 3. So that's all the typical usages for the JSP directives. Yeah. All right. Next, Jsp Comments. Yeah. There are several Jsp comments. 3 different types of comments. Yeah. We will choose different types at different situations. Yeah. First type, easiest, most straightforward, Java comments. Because we embed Java code. When you embed Java code, you can use Java comments. Okay? So line comments, block comments, in your scriptlets, you can do it. Right? In your scriptlets. So you have a block of Java environment. Inside your Java environment, you just use the usual Java comments. Yeah. So that's the simplest case. Yeah. Second case, you also have HTML environment. So you're allowed to use HTML/XML comments. Okay, so in that environment, you can use comments. And we know the comments, we use symbols, this kind of symbols, to put HTML type comments. Also very simple, but you will see the purpose, HTML comments. Okay, the purpose. You send it to the web browser. In the web browser, the users can view the source code, right? So when you put the comments there, you like, even your users, customers, audience, those people, you want them, you pass information to those people, right? Although including, internal people, yeah. But for Java comments, external people never look at it, yeah. Only internal people look at that, yeah. But HTML comments, both external, internal people can see it, yeah. All right. Another difference, yeah. Another difference. The container just passes this straight to the client container, because container does the translation, right? What happens for the container handling this HTML comments at the translation time? Okay, here it says container just passes the whole message straight, does not change anything, just send it to client. Yeah. All right. So the browser can interpret. Yeah. All right. So that's the typical situation. Yeah. But there is another special situation. Yeah. Yeah. So this next one, another situation. Any JSP tag. JSP tag. So what are the JSP tag, right? So you can insert some JSP tags as the content of your comment, right? JSP tags. There are many different JSP tags. Okay, you can put there. If you put there, any JSP tag within this comment will be evaluated. Okay, yeah, evaluated. So doing the regular processing, okay? Translation, evaluated. After the evaluation, some new values will be put there. Okay, so you can put several pieces of values after the evaluation. Okay, yeah. So you can see using this comment, you can add dynamic content here. Okay, yeah. Even here, you like to expose this comment to external people. Yeah. So when you do that, you need to use some dynamic data there, right? Yeah. So you can use JSP tags to do this kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. So that's the special case for the second type comment. Third type, JSP comments. Yeah. Yeah. JSP type. Okay. Yeah. So that's the HTML type. So JSP type. Yeah. Symbol. Yeah. So the typical JSP tag thing, but we add double slash JSP comments. Yeah. So this one, this type of comments, yeah, compare with that. Yeah, compare with that. Okay. It is not translated by the JSP compiler. Not translated. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you put there, yeah, not translated. But the question you may ask, how about Jsp tags, right? Because the Jsp tags, at this point, we haven't learned the Jsp tags. Okay? Yeah. Jsp tags, or some special Jsp expressions, that kind of thing. We haven't learned that part. Okay? Yeah. So we may like to delay this question. Yeah. Can we insert some Jsp tags into the Jsp comments? Can we delay? We can delay this question after we learn more Jsp tags expressions. Yeah. Then after we learn those concepts, then we come back to discuss. And we can do some experiments. So we can put some Jsp tags or Jsp expressions, special expressions there, and see what happens. Right? Yeah. All right. So let me finish this video, part D.3, and we will have our last video today, D.4.